In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can use OBS to record our gameplay. When we open up OBS, we are greeted with this screen. In the middle, we can see our preview essentially, and this will show what we are recording. At the bottom, there are a bunch of little boxes that all have options. This is not a complete OBS tutorial. I just want to show you guys how we can record our Unreal gameplay. When you open up OBS, there should be a default scene already created. We're just going to leave that. We're going to focus on the Sources tab, and I will show you two methods of recording Unreal gameplay. One way, and the easiest way, is to hit the plus button, display capture. It'll ask us to give it a name. We hit OK, and you can see we open up a screen which lets us select our display. I have two displays on this computer, but Unreal is going to be on our primary monitor, so we will just use that. We hit OK, and then now we can see OBS and Unreal behind it, which is what is currently being displayed on my screen. Before we record, make sure that this mic/auxiliary has been muted. While we record, we don't want to record our surrounding sound, maybe our voice. All we want is the desktop audio, which is going to record our game audio. When we're ready, we hit Start Recording. We can minimize OBS, and we can hit play on our game. We can hit F11, which makes it nice and full screen, and we can record the gameplay we would like to show. When we're done, we can hit Escape to leave the game. We can hit F11 to go back to minimum to the small screen. Open up OBS again and hit Stop Recording. Once it has stopped recording, to find our recording, all we have to do is go to File, Show Recordings, which will open up where the recording is. You can double click the recording and you can see it. Now, when you guys submit your recordings, please be sure to trim them. We don't really need to see the beginning and the end when you hit record and when you don't hit record, so please make sure you take the little extra time to just trim the front and the back so all we see is the gameplay. The other way we're going to record is, rather than capturing the display, we are just going to capture the window that Unreal, we're only going to capture the Unreal window. To do this, first we're going to delete this display capture. All I did was hit the trash can icon, and we're going to add another source. Before we do that, back in Unreal Engine, instead of directly hitting play, we can hit these three dots, and it's currently set to selected viewport, which means when we hit play, it is just going to play inside the viewport. But we can hit this button, which is New Editor Window. We hit play here. You can see it opens up a new window that we can play in. Now, with this window open, if we go back to OBS, we add a source. Instead of display capture, this time we are going to use game capture. It'll ask us to give it a name. And under mode, we are going to say capture a specific window. Under window, we are going to find the Unreal editor that ends in standalone some number, which would most likely be 0. We can click that, and you can see it is showing just our window, even though on my screen currently is OBS as well. You can go back. When you have this, you'll realize that it doesn't take up the full screen. There's a very simple fix. Just hit Control and F, and that'll full screen it. Then we do the exact same thing. We can hit Start Recording. We can go into Game. We can do what we want. And when we're done, we go back to OBS, hit Stop Recording. We can hit File, Show Recordings, and you can see there's one more recording than there was before. And this only captures the screen. I do highly suggest you guys do it like this so that we don't see the rest of your desktop, and it's a little less effort required when trimming it. Also, the game tends to run better while you're in the standalone exe than it does when you're in the engine. However, when it comes to general testing, we will just use the viewport because that makes it easier to test. Those are two ways we can use OBS to record our Unreal gameplay. Thank you for watching.